Hello everyone and welcome to the After Hours Knitting Group. My name is Tanya, also known as Celestia22, and today is May 27th, 2017. This is episode 25, and as you can see, I'm alone again this week. But I wanted to do one because I haven't been around in a month, and I'm probably going to have to take a hiatus after this episode for at least a month or month and a half. So I kind of wanted to get one in and show off some of my current projects and some FOs. So here we go. Not sure who's watching yet today. I know we've got Enid out there. So hi Enid. For those watching, you can chat and I'll be able to see it. So if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, feel free to add them. I believe with the telephone apps or on tablets, the chat's actually down below, so you have to scroll down. If you're on a computer, it's sort of side by side, so it's a little bit easier. So let's see. I guess we usually start with whips. So I actually don't have a lot of whips to show. I am working on my woven hand basting band, which you can't see behind me here, but it's still on the loom. I haven't quite finished it yet. We're pushing it. I'll be getting married actually 3 weeks from today. 3 weeks from right now, it'll be done. So yeah, I need to move on with that. But I can show you what it was looking like here. So it's just a little narrow band. So the warp on this one is the Knit Picks Glimmer, just the bare base, and then this is Studio Loo Bootsy Loo in Candy Sprinkles. So it's working up really pretty. It's got this little striping doing. I actually had to break into a second skein of it this week, so it's using a lot more than I expected it would, considering it's only an inch wide, but I'm doing it 9 feet long. So it's well over, yeah, I figured it out. I think it's going to be over 200 meters of the warp yarn of the Bootsy Loo, which is a lot more than I expected for something that narrow to be. But it's working up really pretty. I'm happy with it, and I've got about 2 feet left. I think maybe 3 feet. So it's nearing the end. I just have to actually sit down and do it, which I think I'll be able to do now because I've finished pretty much all my projects, especially yesterday. Stash Dash started yesterday, so I was casting off and finishing all the things, and I actually don't really have any other whips. I've got one here that I can show you that's not actually knitting or crocheting or weaving. I can't even call it sewing. It's tying. I am tying together a project, and this is actually going to be for my new mother-in-law. She's very into the not sure what you'd call it, patriotic decor. My mother-in-law is American, just like my fiance, so she likes all the American flag stuff, especially the more the, I don't know, vintagey look, if that makes sense, I think. So I am making her a quilt out of these adorable squares that I found at my local craft shop. You can see that there. So each square is actually the same. So they're all blue with this American flag motif on the back. But then each square, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but each square's got these little buttonholes. There's 2 or 4 on each side. So 1 here, 2, 3, and there is one there, but you can't see it because apparently that one did not get cut on this one. But Yeah, all the other ones are open. That one's, I'll apparently have to try and cut that one. But yeah, so I'm just actually tying using these fleece strips, tying in between the buttonholes. So I think it's gonna be cute. So right now I've got a 4x4 square, and I've got another, I want to say maybe 30 squares to join onto it. So it's gonna be a decent sized throw for my living room. I'm hoping she'll like it. So that's one thing I've been working on. What else have I been working on? I've been working on another project that I can't show because it's also a gift. I'm fairly certain she doesn't watch, so it's safe to show that. But the other people do occasionally pop in, so I'm not going to show that. That project. Hey, Lena. Let's see. So we'll move on to FOs. My first FO is for my sometimes host or co-host Brandy, who's Eat My Yarns on Ravelry. Her daughter, who we jokingly call Baby Eat My Yarns, is getting a new dress. So this is the maxi dress. It's actually called the maxi top, I believe, is the pattern name on Ravelry. And it's a free pattern, and it's for like a tunic length top where you can make it down into a dress. So how far back I have to push this? There you go. You can see how long it is. She's a very tall little girl with a very skinny tall little girl. So I actually did I think I did the size 4. Just pull it up here. Yeah, I did the size 4 to 5, which is actually bigger than her chest size by an inch, because she's got a really small chest size, but very tall, so it's made down to hers. And I did do the ribbing ruffle at the bottom, because she needs a ruffle to twirl around in. And it's been washed, but I haven't blocked it yet. I'm debating steam blocking it, just because I don't know if you can tell in there. Yeah, you can. The areas where you did the increases are noticeable. So I'm debating steam blocking it, and that would also give it a little bit more drape and flow, because I am a very, very tight knitter, as you can see. There's no worries about her having to wear anything underneath this as it is, because yeah, it's pretty much bulletproof, as Brandy would say. Yeah, but that's cute. So this is actually just acrylic. The purple, which is these 3 sections here, and the bottom is actually sparkly, which is not coming across on there. Let's see. No, it's not going to show. But it is actually sparkly purple. And that's yarn that's been in my stash for eons. And the multi is actually Red Heart Super Saver that was gifted to me by a friend in Monet. So I think they went well together, and it's very cute. And I hope she likes it, and I hope it fits. It'll be sent to her hopefully next month, and it should work for her in the fall. At least that's the hope. Let's see. What else have I got? Big FO. I'm so excited to finally be able to share this after so many, 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 many months of it being a whip and everyone suffering through with me while I had nothing to show week after week except for a little bit of progress on this. But my wedding shawl is finally done. I finished the last repeat yesterday and cast it off and soaked it and had it laid out and blocking before 9 a.m. So it was with a big ceiling fan blowing on it. I hijacked my mother's bedroom in order to block, because it is huge, like absolutely enormous, but it is done and I love it. And there, now you can finally see it in all the pretty glory. Well, kind of, because I can't even fit it in the screen. It is over 6 feet wide. It is a circular shawl, but that's the center. And then it's got oak leaves. And then the border turned out very nice after the blocking. So it's got this sunshine look. And it's, yeah, absolutely enormous. So I have no idea whatsoever how I'm going to manage to wear this for the wedding. But I have some friends coming up that are fellow knitters, and they said they are going to help me decide. So it is done, and it is light and soft, and I am very, very happy with it. It was knit out of the Knit Picks Stroll Glimmer in Bear, the same thing that I'm using for the warp on my for the band for the hand fasting, and it's the oak leaf shawl. And yes, it is done. I'm happy. Now I just have to find a place to put it to keep it safe and clean for 3 weeks, so I don't have to try and block it again. Let me see if I'm going to pull up a picture to show you how it was blocked, because it was just hilarious. We had to, my mother's got a king size bed, and I had to move chairs in alongside of it to put blocking boards on. I bought some new blocking boards to try and do it, but they didn't join with my old blocking boards. So then I had to try and finagle it so I could try and pin it to the bed on this side. But yeah, you can see here, that's her normal nightstand is over here. There's a chair under there holding holding up the bed, the boards, because it wouldn't all fit on her king size bed. And I could easily have gotten it out to 7, possibly 8 feet across if I'd blocked it strongly, harshly. But yeah, so that was barely blocked. Like, that was just stick the blocking wires through each of the points and pin them where they where they fit on the boards. But I think it worked well. So yeah, there's the center, and you can see the glimmer a little bit in that picture. There's a bit of a shine. Yes, so that is done, and I am so happy. And there's Trish. Hey, Trish. And let's see, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, no, it's not. I've got another one that's, not, again, not knitting or crocheting, because apparently I like to do all the things and feel a need to share it with people. So I made cake toppers for our wedding. My fiance's favorite animal is the penguin. So I made us little penguin cake toppers at a funeral. So there's the little groom and the little bride. I think they're cute. And just little, she's got a little flower and a little veil. He's got a bow tie because bow ties are cool, because we're both nerds. And I don't know if you can actually tell. Oh, yeah, you can. You can see it sort of. Maybe if I move this light down a bit. It'll gleam on her belly. The white. No, that's just blowing it out. The white is actually their. No, not going to show it. The whites actually sparkle. So, you know, it's their, I forget what they call it. It's supposed to represent, like, look like stone. So it's supposed to look like marble or quartz or, yeah. But it's pretty. I'm not crazy about the boy. I screwed up his face. But for my first time modeling with this stuff, I'm happy with it. And it costs, yeah, a lot less than trying to buy some cake toppers. And they match us, so they're cute. I like them. And yeah, I think that's it. Yes, that is it. So the only other thing we've got is stash enhancements. So let's see here. I bought, I went to my favorite little local yarn shop, which is the Little Red Mitten in St. Thomas, Ontario. And they had, I'm not sure where I put the tag. Sorry for thinking. I apparently misplaced the tag for this. This is the Painted Desert yarn. So this one is a lovely teal. It's fairly uniform, but there is some color variance in it. It's not really showing up. So I can tell this section here is a lot greener and darker in hue than this part over here. But it's really soft. It's 100%. It's 100% Australian wool, and it does feel like yeah, it is 100%. It feels like merino to me. Like it's fairly soft. So I got this one, and then I got one that I apparently forgot to grab out of my stash cupboard because I feel like that. That is blue and purple plies, which I have a picture of, but it's not even going to do it justice because you can't really tell. But it is blue and purple back here, and then blue here. And it's very pretty. But yeah, there you go. It's Knitting Fever Painted Desert. That one was in Arctic Ice, and this one's called Rain Dance. So my mother picked this one out. So I'd actually started a shawl for her out of it. And then because I'm smart like that, I was knitting lace. It was a bottom-up lace shawl. And I was knitting lace during a VKN, which is a virtual knit night. And I messed up one of the repeats, about 7 repeats in, and put it aside. I didn't notice I'd messed it up, but I put it aside for a day. And then I tried to think back, and I have no idea what I did, but it was not salvageable. So I ripped it back out, and then I was going to cast it back on, and then my mom was down here, and I was looking at patterns because, yeah, I love stocking new patterns on Ravelry. And I found a new one that had just come out. And I had it on my screen when she was here, and she said that she liked it. So I'm going to cast that one on instead. So I can show you what that one is, just to enable other people, because it is very pretty. And it's a free pattern. It's called Raven's Land. Yeah, Raven's Land by Sandra Marie Dooley. It's very, very pretty. My mother wanted a shawl to wear potentially to the wedding, but she was supposed to get a dress, so I know what color of yarn to use to match it. And apparently procrastinating runs in our family because we're 3 weeks before the wedding and she still hasn't picked out a dress. So, so she picked this out when we were at the yarn store because her favorite color is blue. And my mother's actually getting married again to her first husband again. Um, sometime in the future. They haven't set a date or anything yet. So I figure even if it's not done for my wedding, it can be something blue for her wedding. And yeah. I'm sorry. I'm so rambly today. I don't know what I'm doing. It's figuring weight yarn needed. And so is the shawl pattern. The only other thing I bought was a notebook, which is, again, not really stash enhancement, but I love the quote on it, so I just had to get it. So it's a quote attributed to Albert Einstein. I've learned from yesterday, live for today, and hope for tomorrow. And I love quotes. So I'm debating between using it as a book for writing quotes in or a book for writing for pattern designing. I haven't decided yet, but it's just plain sheets of paper inside, like unlined. So that's my only other stash enhancement. And everything else I've been doing has been for the wedding. So I've been making, putting together bags for favors for the wedding and all that kind of stuff, trying to figure things out. I go for my final dress fitting on Wednesday, and things are finally starting to get done. So that's very exciting. One thing I can show you if you guys were at all interested is our very nerdy wedding favor. Because I can't remember if I've shown this. I just got them last month. So these are our wedding favors, and they are dice. So we're giving each person that comes a pair of dice, and they've got our names on there as well as the date. So they're really cute in rainbow, and I know that's not focusing at all. There we go. They're very, very pretty dice. And we're nerds and gamers, and our wedding is actually people coming and playing games. So we're very, very casual, very fun. So yeah, thought I'd share that. And it was actually one of my knitting friends that sent me a link last year, I think, to a site that had an article about someone using these as wedding favors. And it was Toll Baby from Two Tangled Skeins. And as soon as you saw, I'm like, done. Like that's the perfect favor for us. Like you couldn't really get any better. So yay. So I've been busily putting those in little bags and tying little thank you hearts on them. So yeah, spoilers for anyone that's actually coming, but I don't know. I'm rambling here because that's all I've got. Yeah. Community Watch, I did mention that Stash Dash started yesterday, May 26th, and it runs until August 20th, I believe. Put it in my calendar and double check. Because apparently that obsessed that I had to put it in my calendar. Yes, August 20th it ends. And that's hosted by the Knit Girls podcast, which is, the queens of knitting. And basically it's the most awesome knit along ever for do knitting, crochet, weaving, spinning, and the idea is just to work with your stash all summer, finish up any whips, and try and get as much done as you can in the, was that 3 months? Almost 3 months. And you set yourself goals of how many kilometers you think you're going to do, all the way up to, I think the highest is 15K, might be a 20K. The lowest, they've actually added a new one, so it's as low as 1K. So I haven't decided what I'm going for yet, because this actually worked out to be 2,300 and something meters. So I'm so close to the 3K. I feel that picking 3K is kind of wimping out, but at the same time, I'm not sure I'll be able to get to the 5K because I have no other whips or anything. I have nothing really planned other than the shawl, and I did start barely cast on a mini version of this dress to make an American Girl version of it for her doll. But yeah, so I'm not quite sure yet. I'm gonna wait until after the wedding, because you can wait all the way up until August 20th to post your FOs and your yardage and everything. So usually I post it at the beginning so that I feel that competition, I guess, with myself to get that much done. But I'm gonna wait this year. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I know Sarah, the Canadian Knitter, is still hosting her summer sweater cal for her podcast, and I'll put that in the show notes. Other than that, I mean, I can go through festivals and such. I'm sorry, I didn't prepare this part. It's looking, let's see. Coming up in the near future, we have the Middle Tennessee Fiber Festival is actually right now. Massachusetts Sheep and Wool is this weekend in Covington, Massachusetts. I suppose I need to learn how to say the different states, huh? And that's $10 per car for parking, or $15 for both days. And then we jump all the way down to August, as far as I know. August 3rd is Stitches Midwest. August 12th is the Fiber Arts Festival in Fargo, North Dakota. Michigan Fiber Festivals in Allegan, Michigan, on August 18th. Up here in Canada, I know we've got the Twist Fiber Festival in Quebec on August 19th and 20th. There is a community watch thread on the Ravelry board group that has all of the different fiber festivals and things listed. If you've got shop updates or anything like that, there's a thread that you can list those in, and then I'll put them in there so people can see them. Same as if you have any knit alongs or crochet alongs or project alongs, feel free to post them there. Get the word out. But I think that's it for me. And I haven't seen any questions or anything. So I guess we can just wrap it up. I will be, like I said, taking a bit of a hiatus from the podcast, unfortunately. Things are just going to be nuts here for the next month-ish, and then other things happening right after that. So I'm not sure when I'll be able to get back. I'm hoping to be back in July, but I'm not going to put a date on it just because. But I do appreciate everyone's patience with me. I will continue to run the Saturday weekends most Saturday nights. The links for that are always posted in the Ravelry groups. That's Saturday nights, usually around 7:30 Eastern, which I believe is around 1 a.m. GMT. Is that right, Enid? I'm guessing here. I'm sorry, I'm saying a lot because I'm usually prepared better than this, and I totally failed today. But yeah, so I'll keep those going. Obviously, there won't be one in 3 weeks. We might actually do a form of a VKN from the wedding, but I'm not sure how well it'll work. I'm not sure what the Wi-Fi is like there, but we want to. Okay, Enid says it's midnight GMT. But I've got some friends and such that aren't able to make the wedding. We thought it would be a little bit fun to throw up a link from there, depending on how late the wedding runs. It'd be cool. And like I said, people are just gonna be playing games, so it'll be, maybe I'll bring it and take you around and show you people playing stuff. BST, is that British Standard Time? Did they change the name of it on me and not tell me? There I go with the Youngs again. All right. Yeah, so there will be one tonight, and there should be one next weekend. Oh, that's one that I didn't mention. It's not really a festival, but there's a nice sale happening at the Spinrite Yarn Factory if you live in Ontario. It's in Listowel, Ontario, which is about an hour and a half from where I live, near London, Ontario. And they have a huge tent sale in August, but they're having a smaller big ball sale. So it's, the big pound-sized balls of yarn. It's mostly acrylic, but it's the brands that they carry, Bernat and Pattons, and I think they have Karen. There's another one I'm forgetting. That's where I get all of my Pattons Classic Wool in August. And then, yeah, I know they have Bernat. So that's a large portion of my stash comes from them because they have really good sales during those. Don't think I'm forgetting anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye and have a wonderful week and beginning of your summers if you're in the right hemisphere. Beginning of your winter, I'm a little bit sorrier about, but it means you get an excuse to wear your hand nets. If you're around tonight, come out to the virtual knit night and show me what you're working on. Give me some inspiration to start new projects, because yeah, for once I don't have anything planned and have nothing that I have to do. It's a very wonderful feeling. So I need ideas of what to do. And yeah, happy crafting. Bye-bye.